Hey guys, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be talking about 10 things that I love about being a freelance retoucher. So you guys might have seen the video that I did a couple of weeks ago on things that I hate about retouching. And I went pretty hard on that video, I think. So I'm going to talk about some of the things that I actually love about it today, because I probably made it sound like it's the worst career in the world, but that is absolutely not the case. And I do have 10 points here to prove it. So I'm going to talk about some of the things that I really like about having this as part of my job, as part of my income, and share with you guys why you might actually like being a freelance retoucher as well. So let's get into it, and I'm going to name my top 10 reasons why I love retouching. So number one is that you can do it from anywhere in the world. Quite often I have had jobs come to me where I've been on an overseas trip, and this has been just an extra source of income while I've been traveling that I've been able to do maybe at a point on my trip where I've been not very busy, or I've just been in the hotel room at any point, and I can really get work done. So it's just something that you can do from anywhere in the world from your laptop. I think that in this day and age, that is so nice to be able to do that as part of your work, as part of your income. So if any of you are looking at getting a source of income that allows you to work from anywhere, that allows you to be very mobile in your job, then retouching is really great for that. Number two is that it's very cozy work. You basically get to sit on a chair all day long in your house, in your pajamas. Like, I don't usually wear this. I'm usually in my pajamas, and I'm usually sitting there with a coffee in hand, and it's just very cozy, you know, like, especially on days where the weather's not great outside. It kind of sucks on the days where the weather is good, but it is very nice. It's very comfortable, and there's not really much strenuous activity going on with this kind of job. And unfortunately, that's sometimes a con for me as well, because I do like getting out of the house, but at the same time, there's just those weeks where you don't want to leave, and this work is great for that. Number three is that it's actually quite good money, and I think obviously we all try and price things as per our time and skills, and we always have to keep that in mind when we're talking about money and how much a job is worth. But at the same time, it is good money to be able to have the little luxuries that do come along with it. Like I said, with staying at home and doing the retouching, or realistically retouching from anywhere in the world, it is quite good money, and it will really keep you going and keep your business going. Number four is that you're always improving your skills when you're retouching. So I always find that I tend to always learn new things, and I'm always just honing in on those skills and becoming quicker at certain things too. So I always feel like there's an opportunity to do that with retouching, which is something that's really nice, because I don't like getting bored and doing the same thing all the time, and it's nice to know that I can continuously improve my skills with this. Number five is that it's very consistent work. So if you guys own a photography business, you'll know that photography can be very turbulent depending on the kind of photography that you're doing. Sometimes e-commerce can really help with that consistency, but a lot of the time photo shoots can be few and far between with fashion photography. Retouching really helps to supplement the income in my particular situation, because I find that a lot of my photo shoots can be very up and down. Some months I can have a lot more, and some months I don't have as much, and retouching really helps to fill in those gaps of those months where I'm not earning as much from photo shoots. So it is very consistent, and it really helps to keep your business going overall. Number six is that retouchers are actually quite in demand, and depending on the style of retouching that you're doing, for beauty retouching, I've found that retouchers are quite in demand for good retouching, and also for e-commerce too. So there seems to be a lot of work out there for retouchers, which is why I like it. I think that it gives me that sense of security that maybe I won't be in trouble if things like coronavirus happen again and I do need to pick up extra work somewhere. I always know that retouching's there to kind of like tap into if I need to. Number seven is that it's super easy to add into your freelance career with whatever you're doing as a creative as like a secondary form of work. It's something that goes hand in hand with a lot of different creative work. So, I mean, even when you're looking at graphic designers or general designers, web designers, retouching is something that you can really pick up on the side to do, along with photography. For photographers out there, I think that it's really easy to incorporate into your business as another stream of income. So that's why I really like it too. Number eight is that you don't really need a lot of tools to get you started, and you don't really need to continuously update gear as well. Really, all that I use is my computer and my laptop and my graphics tablet, and that is pretty much it. I don't have a lot else apart from obviously my monthly subscription to Photoshop that I would be paying for anyway with all my photography work. But that's kind of it. I mean, it's one really good thing is that you can get started with retouching with very minimal investment, and you can pretty much continue being that way throughout your career and really not have to invest much more into it if you don't need to. Number 9 is that after a while and after I guess, a lot of experience with retouching, you start to find that you don't have to actually think too hard about it and you don't have to plan too much for it. It's something that comes quite naturally, and it's actually something that you can kind of tune out with throughout the day as well when you're doing retouching. You don't always have to be thinking too hard about it, and that's kind of nice to just wake up some mornings and have to do work and to not think too hard about it. That's actually kind of great. And for number 10, this applies to a lot of different creative businesses, but there's no one standing over you. A lot of the time for freelance retouching, even if I've had to go on site to somewhere to do freelance retouching, I've found a lot of people aren't really standing over me. A lot of the time on my photo shoots though, as a photographer, you will have creative team members, you'll have potential clients that will really be wanting to look at the images. You do kind of feel a sense of that there's someone standing over you still with that kind of work. But with retouching, you get to sit at your desk a lot of the time from home and you don't have anyone looking over your shoulder all day. You know, obviously you do have to do revisions, client revisions, and you do tend to expect that after a while. But honestly, it is such a nice feeling to all day be retouching or doing work and not have anyone standing over your shoulder looking at what you're doing. That's a really good feeling. So guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video on 10 things that I love about retouching. Let me know if you love any of those things as well, or if there's anything else that you love about retouching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell to make sure you see all the videos that I have in future on my channel. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!